Yeah, I do this multi-miking thing a lot. I mean, not to this extent, but normally I have more mics on less cabinets. So on one cabinet, I may have like 7 microphones. That can easily take an hour and a half just to set that physically up. And then when you're doing the time alignment, which is painstaking work because you're trying to compensate for sample differences in the timing of the microphones. You want that microphone to be, the microphone stand to be super stable in every aspect except for the actual movement you're doing at the very end of it. This does that. The ball joint thing is great. And probably cut the time in half that we spent yesterday doing this. We set up the mics, we placed the cabinets, I put the mics on, everybody cleared the room, and then I started my process, which I usually mentally think, okay, this kind of thing, it's a good 3 hours. Probably took an hour to do yesterday, so saved more than 2/3 of the time. And it was easier. It was not only quicker, it was less painstaking. I wasn't constantly wasn't bumping into other things while I was moving another thing, which happens just as a matter of course, you know?
Yeah.
So this stereo adapter for me, it doesn't look stereo because they're both sort of straightforward, but it can be like a wide stereo bar, even adaptable, I would think, to a Decatree kind of arrangement, you know? And super tight. Once it's locked in, it's not moving at all. And if you do have to move it, you have really fine control with this little adapter, which I think you can see here. This is the other model. I was showing you, this is a longer model, and this is the short model. I guess the short model is generally designed for hanging a mic. Is that right?
The long one is a hanger.
Okay,
The
the long
short
one's-
one is a smaller diaphragm.
Okay,
Design.
okay.
Yeah.
So I had that backwards, but, you know, they're both incredibly versatile. So I use this because I wanted to get that mic in there forward. I didn't want to have to constantly release this and move that forward. I could just adjust the microphone. So it's a lot of, this process is a lot of small maneuvers that have to be repeatable and consistent. And this thing made it all so easy, you know?